I'm Jennifer England, and we're gonna do a little yoga today. So hopefully you did something fun today and you enjoyed some sunshine. And we're gonna go ahead and get our stretch on, shall we? So hopefully you've got a nice, easy space, one that's quiet and relaxing for you. No things here to worry about. I've also got here with me on my mat, I've got a band. So I've got this band here or a strap. We're gonna use it to stretch your hamstrings. So if you don't have a band or a strap, go ahead and find yourself maybe the strap from your bathrobe or maybe a towel and keep that nearby. So if you don't have one, I will give you about 15 seconds to go get it and then we will get going, okay? So, cue the elevator music and I am waiting for you to come back to your mat with me. All right, soon? Are you back? Are you seated? All right, you guys, you look good. So let's go ahead and get going, shall we? Alrighty, so you're on your mat nice and cozy, and we're just gonna go ahead and find a comfortable space. So whatever I give you today, it's just a suggestion. If there's something that doesn't feel comfortable to you, or if it isn't working for your body today, please feel free just to change it, to skip it, and to do something else that works for you, okay? So here we go, guys. We're gonna lift up nice and tall, park those hands right there on those knees, and let's just begin by closing your eyes. So we'll come inward, and we're just gonna quiet that mind. Think for a moment about what it is that brought you here to your mat. Maybe you're looking to de-stress a little bit. You're looking to lengthen out that spine a little. Or maybe you're looking for just a few moments of quiet. So whatever that is, let's go ahead and keep that thought right there with you as we start to move and bend and stretch and breathe, most definitely. So here in this space, on your mat, in your yoga pants, let's breathe. Inhale, take in a nice deep breath, expand that chest. Pull in as much oxygen as you can. And then exhale, empty those lungs. Press all of that oxygen out, or that carbon dioxide out, and then let's start another deep breath. So inhale, complete and full breath in. Exhale, complete and full breath out. Let's take another breath. Inhale. And exhale, finding our center here. Good. So that breath is moving through the body. We've come inward. Let's start to loosen things up a little bit. So gently here, let's roll that head and neck around. Make a nice, easy circular rotation. Go ahead and exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, lift the chin up to the sky. Continue around. Make these circles large or small, whatever works for you. And then let's roll that head around the opposite way. Loosen up that neck. Very nice. Go ahead and bring that head right back up to the center. Nice and loose through the neck. And let's just go ahead and give those shoulders a couple of rolls. So inhale, scoop the shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, roll those shoulders back and down. Take a couple of those. Inhale to scoop. And exhale to roll. How about one more? Inhale, scoop. And exhale, roll back and down. Very nice. We need to open up that chest a little bit. So take those hands all the way around to the back of the body, hands on that back, and let's squeeze your elbows together. Open up your chest. Look up to the sky. Breathing. Lovely. Float those hands right on down to those knees. Drop the chin to the chest. Scoop and round down. Seated cat stretch. So we've got a nice bit of roundness through that spine. We're gonna go ahead and give it a little rotation. So bring those hands maybe over to the right as we give those heads and necks a little twist. And right here into the slumping Swami pose. And then we'll go ahead and come through the center. We've still got that nice cat stretch in the back. We're just rotating now to the left. And then back we go to the center. Good job. Lift up tall, right on up to the top. Scoop those arms down and out and up. Inhale, reach to the sky. And let's go ahead and look up. Send your energy up through those fingertips. Press those shoulders down. And really think about lengthening that body. Bring a lot and lots of space between all of those individual vertebrae. Lift up, be tall, and lovely. Scoop those arms out to the side. Go ahead and drop yourself over. We'll give ourselves a little airplane stretch here. So reach out, look up through, and past those fingertips to the sky. And scoop it up through the center. Drop yourselves over to the other side. Lift up nice and long. Good stretch through the oblique. And to the center. Good job. Bring those hands together right here in front of you. Press those palms forward. So we've got a nice stretch there through the upper back into the shoulders. Press, press, press. And release. Bring those arms out. One more time. Lift those arms to the sky. Bring those hands together here. And then we'll lower those hands right on down to your heart. So lock those thumbs. Place those thumbs right over that heart. We're gonna give it another little dip to the side. So let's take an elbow, dip it on down to a thigh, and once again, look upward. So really getting into those obliques. And we'll come on up and through the center. Dip yourselves over to the other side. Nice little stretch. And back up to the top. Park those hands right there on that mat, right there beside those hips. Lift up long, right up to the sky. Perfectly long and straight spinal column. Take a breath, inhale. And exhale. Float those hands down to those knees. Let's give that body a trunk rotation, and that body should definitely be feeling a little bit more loose. So exhale down and inhale, lift. And exhale down. And inhale, lift. Maybe one more. And how about we go on around to the opposite side. Exhale down. And inhale, lift. Couple more. Exhale. Inhale. And last time. Exhale. And inhale. Up we go to the top. Loosen up, wiggle out that upper body, very nice. Let's go ahead and just bring those feet right here in front of you. We're gonna grab onto those thighs behind those guys. Lift up tall, there's that nice straight spine, and then we're gonna find your balance. So I'm going to rotate to the side here. Maybe you can pick those feet right up off the mat, find your center. And if you're feeling a little fancy, you can close your eyes and just feel that balance, that sense of center. Nice. Maybe we'll make our way out into boat, Navasana. Reach those arms forward. Maybe you can hinge back a little bit and straighten out those legs. Wake up that core. And fantastic. Bring those knees back in. We'll go ahead and park those feet on the mat. Flop your knees out and open to the side and drop and round it over into a nice starfish. Rounded it forward, getting a stretch through that back, maybe even into those hips. And if you haven't connected that head to those feet, let's maybe just shake your head a little here from side to side. Just shake that head no. And then we'll scoop and release and come on back up to the top. Very nice. Feet come a little bit more than hip distance apart, right there on that mat. Slide those hands back behind you so we can press up into crab. Go ahead and lift those hips right up off the floor. Looking up to the sky. Breathing here. And slowly lowering down. Good job. Let's go ahead and reach those legs right on that in front of you. We're gonna wiggle them out. Just make sure those legs are nice and loose. And then let's point the toes forward. So those toes reach out. And we'll pull those toes back like you're standing up on your tiptoes. And then we'll flex those feet. So reach out through those heels. Very nice. Once again, toes point. Reach, reach, reach through the tops of those feet. A little demi point. Pull the toes back. And flexion. Roll those ankles around. Loosen up those feet. both ways. Very nice. And relax. Wiggle out those legs just a little bit. Let's sit up tall into your Dandavasana. So push those hands right into the mat. Lift up long through those ears. Lovely. Really want to think about being tall and long. So no more slouching today. Lift up long, lengthen everything out. And relax a bit. Good job. Wiggle it out. We're going to go ahead and bring those legs here into a nice mermaid position. So we're going to stretch out those obliques just a bit more and we'll give it a really good spinal twist. So there's our mermaid position. I've got my legs over here on the left. I'm going to place my left hand here on my left hip and we're just going to loosen up that hip in the hip joint. So lift and lower that hip. Just gently here, roll that hip off the mat and roll it back down to the floor. So a little range of motion into the hip joint. Nice and easy. And then we'll go ahead and rest that hip somewhere in the middle. We're going to scoop ourselves over to the side. Give it a nice reach away from those legs. And towards those legs. Good. Once again, scoop it away. And towards. Lovely. Back to the center. Let's open up that chest before we give it a little modified pigeon. So once again, park those hands there on that lower back, on those glutes. Squeeze your elbows together. Open up that chest. Look up to the sky. And then it's modified pigeon time. So hands on that mat. Walk those hands forward. Drop your head down towards that floor. Breathe at the bottom. Walk those hands in, up we go, right on up to the top. We're gonna take those legs and bring them on over to the other side so that we can go ahead and rock out that opposite hip. So lift and lower here, back and forth. Work that range of motion gently there into that hip joint. Good, are you breathing? I hope so. And excellent. Rest that hip somewhere in the middle. Let's go ahead and scoop away from your mermaid tail. And towards that mermaid tail. And away. And towards. Good job. Back to the center. Open up that chest. You can maybe interlace those fingers together behind you, or you can park those hands on that lower back. Open up to the sky. And release. Walk those hands forward, modified pigeon. And in and up we go. So let's add that twist before we come down onto your back. So once again, take those legs over to the left for the first side that you were on here. So however is cozy for you, I'm gonna take my left hand, place it on my right knee, reach the right arm forward, lift to the sky and rotate to the right. So an excellent spinal twist. Lifting up long. Releasing to the center, and we'll just do the other side. So bring both legs over to the right. Right hand on that left knee, left arm forward, up and rotate. And excellent. Back we go to the center. Fantastic. Bring those legs around. Let's go ahead and keep your band or your strap, whatever you've got, somewhere near you. And then gently here, we're just gonna roll down onto your backs. Hug those knees right into your chest. And let's go ahead and allow your back just to sink down into that mat. We'll just get a little bit of relaxation there. Feel that connection and soften up that body. Now it's a good time for you to tune into your body and notice how it's feeling. It's always a good time to do that, but what parts of your body need a little bit more love and care right here? Let's add a little side to side rock. Excellent. Very nice. We'll go ahead here and bring those knees right to the center. We're going to take your hands and let's go ahead and just press those palms right down into the mat. We're going to reach your legs up to the sky and let's breathe a little bit. So knees don't have to be straight. They can be bent. That's not a problem, but leave those hands right there on the floor, or you can slide your hands underneath your glutes a little bit. So you need to support that back with your tummy. So let's gently exhale, lower the right leg down to the floor, and then inhale, lift the right leg back up. Exhale, lower the left leg to the floor. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Let's just try a couple of those. Work with your breath. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Take your time, breathing as you move. Both of those legs are back up, lifted into that nice long position. We're going to lower both legs at the same time, but you need to pull your belly in here to support your back. So hands on the mat or underneath those hips. Inhale at the top. Exhale, take your time, lower those legs to the floor. Good. Once those legs come on down, go ahead and give them a little wiggle. Shake them out a little bit, and then we're going to bend one knee, park that foot on the floor, bend the other knee, park that foot on the floor. And we're going to press on up into bridge pose here. So let's take a breath at the bottom. Inhale here. Exhale, scoop up the tailbone, and then let's go ahead and press those hips right up to the sky. Lifty, lifty. And then we'll take a breath at the top. Inhale here. And exhale, roll the spine to the mat, one piece of that spinal column at a time. Let's take a couple of those. So inhale here, exhale, scoop and lift. Moving every time we exhale, there's that breath in and exhale, rolling back to the mat. So again, working that vinyasa, moving every time you exhale. Take a breath into the new position, and then exhale, roll down into the next position. When you come down to that mat once again, go ahead, gently hug the knees into the chest. We're going to cross the ankles, scoop yourselves up into a nice tight little diamond pose. Hug it on up. Release that spine, and then relax it down. Good job. Give everything a little wiggle here, just a little wiggle. And then let's uncross those ankles. Good job. We're going to park your left foot on the floor, and we're going to take that right ankle and position it here on top of that left quad so we can find our nice through the hole pose. So we're going to take your hands, reach your hands behind that left thigh. If that's not cozy, you can always use your band, your strap. You can send that guy right behind that thigh, and you can pull those legs in. So we've got a nice little stretch. You come to where you need to be. Listen to your body. However, wherever you are, it's all good. It's all good. There, so as you pull those legs in, maybe we can feel that mid-back connect on down to the floor. Feel that stretch into that right glute. Very nice. Take a breath, inhale. And exhale, lower that left foot to the floor. Let's go ahead here. We're gonna flex the right foot. Scoop your arms out to the side just to get those guys out of the way. Right foot is flexed, and we're gonna drop that lower body all the way over to the left. So my right knee is pointing straight up to the sky. Nice stretch into that IT band, maybe even all the way up into that right oblique. On the right side of that lower back. Breathe. And then slowly here, roll yourself back to the center. Push that right knee over on top of the left, and then both knees are just gonna flop to the right. Just got a little secretary twist there. A little rotation. And excellent. Back to the center. Very nice. Untangle those legs and we'll try the other side. So left ankle to the right quad, hands or your strap behind that right thigh. Go ahead and pull those legs in. Pull those legs in. So remember, one side of the body is usually a little bit tighter than the other. That's all normal. It's always good to pay attention to your body and just notice where those imbalances are. Be spending a little bit more time on those sides that are a little bit tighter. Breathing here. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Lovely. Lower that right foot to the floor, and we're gonna give it that little twist. So flop your arms to the side, T position. Left foot flexes, lower body drops entirely to the right. There we go, chest to the sky. Nice rotation here. Go ahead and release, come on back to the center. Push that left knee over on top of the right, and then both knees flop over to the left. So there's that little twist. And excellent. Back we go to the center. Untangle those legs. Let's go ahead here, duck walk those feet off the edges of your mat. So just duck walk those guys out. And then we're just gonna allow those knees to flop towards each other just a bit. So we're just turning in here, a little internal rotation there through that hip joint. And just take a breath or three right here. Tuning in and quieting, right? Good, and then we'll go ahead and release. Duck walk those feet back together. Wiggle everything out, and we're gonna go ahead and stretch out those hamstrings, yes? So take your band or your strap, and let's go ahead here and loop that strap or that band up and around that right foot. We're gonna send the right heel up to the sky. You can just pull down equally on both sides of that strap or band, and go ahead and push that right heel up to the sky. You're gonna stretch out that right hamstring. And you guys know you need to be stretching these hammies every day, right? Of course you do. So here we are, we're all stretching. Right leg is as straight as you can make it. Right heel is reaching up to the sky. Make sure there's no pressure on your left foot. You should be able to pick that left foot up and set it right back down again without changing the connection between the mat and your back. So here we are stretching out that right hammy. So we need to give it some time to stretch, right? This is a big muscle group. Bonus points if you can tell me which muscles comprise that hammy. You guys all know that, right? Semimembranosus, the semitendinosus, and the biceps femoris. You guys all get gold stars for knowing that, right? So let's take a breath. Inhale. And allow that right leg to maybe float just a little bit closer to your body. Take a breath. Inhale, breathe in.
Exhale, breathe out. Fantastic. Take that right hand, we're gonna reach up that right hand a little bit closer to that right foot, and we're just gonna allow that right leg to dip on out here to the side a bit so we can work that inner thigh. So just dip it on out, continue to press your energy out through that right heel, and breathe here. Take a breath, inhale, and exhale. Release that right leg, float that right leg down and out along your mat. Give it a little wiggle, shake it out a bit. And then we'll go ahead and bend that right leg. So place that right foot on the floor and let's stretch out the other side, that other hammy. Go ahead here, loop up that left leg, stretch that left leg to the sky. And let's just pull down gently on your band and push that left heel skyward. Left leg is long and we breathe. So this long stretch here, really good time for you to just think about your body, connect to your body, and be patient with your body. Right? Your body feels differently from day to day. Some days it's affected by weather or stress, whatever you've been up to that day. So however your body feels, be gentle and be kind. Let's take a breath here. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, allow that left leg to come a little bit closer to the body. And then let's go ahead and reach on up, take that strap into that left hand, and let's go ahead and float that left leg out to the side. So we've got another little inner thigh stretch here. So just drop that leg on out. You want to try to keep both of your hips flat on the floor. Not wobble around there. Breathing in and out, and in and out. One more breath. And then as you complete that breath, let's go ahead and release that left leg. Wiggle it out, down and out along your mat. And then let's go ahead and stretch your right leg on down. So both legs are extended, and we're gonna go ahead and untangle ourselves from our bands there. Go ahead and reach both arms beyond your head, and we're gonna extend your energy out through those toes. So nice long reach, big stretch. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Make yourself a little bit longer, a little taller, and relax. Good job. Wiggle that body, scoop those arms on around beside you. We're gonna bend a knee, reach those hands down and around behind the thigh, and rock yourselves right on up to the top. So up we go to the top. Let's do a little Janya Shirshasana today. We're gonna flip ourselves over into plank from there, I think, unless I change my mind, right? So let's go ahead and pull that right leg into the body. We're gonna lift up nice and tall through your spine. And then we're just gonna flop that right knee here down on the floor beside you. So I've got the sole of my right foot up there on my left thigh, and make sure that left leg is nice and easy. We're gonna scoop those arms out. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, hinge that body forward. Drop yourselves forward. There's our Janya Shirshasana. And you just fold yourselves over to wherever you are comfy. Relax your neck and let that head drop forward. Good. We'll take a breath here, and then we're gonna scoop, round and roll ourselves up to the top. We're gonna make our way here into side gate pose. So let's take your right hand. We're gonna position your right hand here behind that right hip, and then that right knee is just gonna come on up underneath you. So we can send that left arm up to the sky. There's our side gate. And we're looking up. Got a nice stretch into that left oblique. If you like, maybe that left leg
and float off the floor. Balance. Good. Lower that left foot to the floor, and we're gonna flip ourselves over here. So bring that left hand to the floor. You might want to reposition that right hand. And then we're just gonna send that right leg out behind you. And here we are in plank. Pull your tummies in. Pressing up strong through the shoulder girdle. Ears are lifted. And then we're gonna make our way down into our cobra. So release your knees, release your toes. Chin and chest come to the mat. Scoop yourselves forward. There's our cobra. Looking forward, shoulders down. And relax, very nice. Tuck up your toes, and then we're gonna press ourselves back up into plank. There's our plank. There we go. Squeeze in that tummy. We need to flip over to that other side gate. So draw your left knee up underneath you. Reposition that left hand. And then that right arm reaches up to the sky. There's that side gate pose. Reach and lift. Long stretch into that right oblique. If you can, right leg up. Right leg down. Fantastic. Bring your right hand to the floor for a little support. Have a seat. And then we finished up on the other side. We're ready here for the other Jani Shirshasana. So the right leg is extended, left leg is pulled in. Let's give it a little scoop. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold that body forward. Drop yourselves right on down into that Jani Shirshasana. Fantastic. Roll and scoop. Lift yourselves back up to the top. Reach that left leg forward. Give both legs a little wiggle. We'll take a breath here. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, down. And maybe one more time. Inhale, scoop and lift. And exhale. Press it on down the side too. Good job. Wiggle it out. And we're gonna go ahead here and flip over to your hands and knees. So come on up, there we go, hands and knees. So hands are right underneath your shoulders, or you can always make fists with your hands and point those thumbs forward if you want to keep those wrists in a nice neutral position. And then those knees are here underneath those hips. So let's go ahead and drop your chin to your chest and scoop and round into cat. Everything is nice and rounded. And we're sending that spinal column up to the sky. Go ahead and release, neutral spine position. And then drop the belly button to the mat. Lift your head, lift your glutes. There's our cow pose. Very nice from cow. Go ahead and come on back to the center. Let's go ahead and wag your tail in the puppy. So scoop to the right, look on over at that right foot. And we're trying to bring that right shoulder closer to that right hip. We'll come through the center, scoop yourselves over to the opposite side, left shoulder, left hip. And then let's wag your tail a little bit faster. So inhale to the right and exhale to the left. A nice little wag of the tail in the puppy. Back we go to the center. How we doing? You guys doing all right? I know you are. We're gonna tuck up your toes in the back. Press up into down dog. Oh, down dog. Down dog is the best, right? We get to stretch your hammies and your calves and your backs and your everything. So go ahead here, shift all of your weight onto the left foot. Little stretch there, and then shift all of your weight into the right foot. Very nice. Shift your weight back to both feet, and then we're just going to gently release the knees to the mat, release your toes, and drop up into cow. So there's our cow. We're going to make our way next into giraffe.
So there we go. Neutral spine once again. Tuck up your toes, lift up to down dog. Let's go ahead and take your right foot just an inch or 2 or 3 forward. Once it's arrived on the scene, slide your left hand back an inch or 2 or 3. So our down dog, we're just a little bit misaligned, and that's good. We'll get a deeper stretch into that right calf. So there's our giraffe. Go ahead and de-giraffe. Come back to down dog. And then the other side. Left foot comes a little bit forward, right hand comes a little bit back. So there's our other giraffe. And excellent. Back we go to down dog. One more excellent down dog. Fantastic release. Knees to the mat. Release your toes, and let's go ahead and press back into Balasana. Give it a nice stretch for your spine. And lovely. Hopefully your back's feeling pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and come on up to your knees. So we can do a little bit of backwards bending on your knees today, and then we're gonna make our way up to standing. So if your knees need a little bit more love wherever you are, maybe you can find a little pillow, or you can fold your mat or a little blanket back on itself, and then you can just bring your knees up onto that pillow, just so that your knees are happy on the floor, wherever they happen to be, right? So surely you've got something near you you can use. Alrighty, so we'll come on up to those knees. We're gonna take your hands, we're gonna park those hands on your lower back like we did earlier. We're gonna work to squeeze your elbows together and open up that chest. So let's look up to the sky. Breathing, breathing. Try to squeeze those elbows a little closer together. Maybe you can hinge back a little bit. There we go. So we're looking up. If you're feeling a little fancier today, let's tuck up your toes in the back. We'll go ahead and maybe drop your hands down towards those heels and open up the chest. Breathe here. And then wherever you are, go ahead and come on up. Hands and knees, scoop into cat stretch, and press back those hips just a little bit into rocket cat. There's our rocket cat. We don't come all the way down into our Balasana, but we're stretching into that lower back just a little bit more here. And excellent. Back into cat. Relax, neutral spine. Tuck up those toes, press yourselves up into down dog, and then let's go ahead here. Walk your hands or your feet forward, backwards or forwards, bring everything together, and let's give a couple of sun breaths right here. Slide your hands up onto your shins. Inhale, come halfway up, look forward. Exhale, soft knees. Scoop your nose closer to your shins. Inhale. Come halfway up. Exhale, float it down. Take 2 more. Breathe on your own. And then as you're ready, relax those arms, take your time, and let's go ahead and roll ourselves up to standing. We'll come on up to standing, give those shoulders a couple of rolls. Inhale, lift, and exhale down, and maybe one more time. Inhale, scoop, and exhale down. Good job. Wiggle everything out, standing nice and tall. Let's go ahead and park your hands right here on your tummy, and let's work to find your balance, your sense of center. So for a moment, close your eyes. Feel your center, feel your body in this space, on your mat. And then as you are here, lifted long and tall, let's just gently float your toes off the floor and float them back down. And maybe you can lift those heels off the floor a little bit and float them back down. So inhale toes, exhale toes. Inhale heels, exhale heels. Take a couple of these. One more. And lovely.
body is nice and centered and tall. So go ahead and scoop your hands to your heart at Namaste. Palms pressing together, thumbs are locked, thumbs right over that heart. Very nice. We are standing long, we are lifted. There's lots of space all along that spinal column. So inhale here, take a breath. And exhale, relax, but stay tall and lifted. Float those arms out to the side. We're gonna make our way into Flamingo, a little variation on Warrior 3. So make sure you've got enough space here. And I'm gonna float one leg back and hinge forward into Flamingo. You find your balance. Go ahead and bring that leg back down to the floor underneath you. Scoop your arms down in front of you. Interlace those fingers. Send those arms up tall to the sky. Tighten up your derriere, a little backwards bend. Open up the chest. Lift tall. Lower the hands to the heart. Push those palms together. And take a breath. Excellent. Same thing, other side. Float those arms out. Find your center, find your balance. Float that left leg or that second leg back. And find your Flamingo. Arms are there for balance. Lower that leg up underneath you. Scoop the arms down beside you. And up they go. Tighten up that derriere, a little backwards bend. And lift tall to the top. Good job. Lower those hands to the heart. Really press those palms together in Namaste. Take a breath. And relax. Good. Float those arms down. Give everything a little bit of a wiggle. Let's do just a little bit of a triangle series today. So big wide stance on your mat. I've got my right foot forward, my left foot back. I'm gonna float those arms out. So nice and long here for just a moment. Send your energy out through those fingertips, all 10 of those guys. Nice long arms. And we're gonna take your left hip, push the left hip back, drop that right hand down to your right shin, your right ankle, or the floor, and let's scoop that left arm up to the sky. Up we go. Here's our triangle pose. You've got a block or a book or 2 or 3 that you can park right there underneath that right hand. That's always helpful too. And then from here, let's go ahead and windmill ourselves up. We're gonna float that left hand down to that left thigh, send that right arm upward. There's our reverse warrior. Float those arms back out and then sink into that right knee. There, right there, that's our archer pose. Nice long arms as if somebody's pulling that right arm forward and that left arm back. Fantastic. Rotate yourself on around and we're gonna scoop the arms down and up. There's our warrior. Sink a little further into that right knee. Energy up. And from here, float those hands to the mat. Rotate those back toes forward. So we're sinking here into a runner's lunge. Lift up that head. Feel maybe that stretch into that left hip flexor. Good. Step back, down dog. And then from your down dog, press up onto those toes. Reach those heels down towards your mat. If you can, we'll bend both knees. We can all bend both knees just a little bit. Maybe stretching into that soleus a little bit. And if you can, we're gonna hop the feet forward towards those hands. If you don't wanna hop, just give it a walk. So maybe there's a little bend and a little hop forward, or you can certainly walk those feet forward. Once you get there, fingertips touch, scoop the arms out to the side. Reverse that swan dive up to the top. Inhale up and exhale. Down we go to Namaste. Palms pressed together, take a breath. And exhale. We need to do that other side. So left foot forward, right foot, big step back. There's that nice wide stance. Float out those arms, long arms, reach, reach, reach. Right hip, push it back, left arm, float that down so that right arm can float to the sky. There we go. We've got a nice long stretch here. Reachy, reachy. You modify as you need to. And up we go. Fantastic. Right hand to that right thigh, left arm up, reverse warrior. Breathe. Float it forward, sink it down. Archer, long arms, very long, make them longer. Nice. Rotate around, scoop the arms down, reach to the sky, up, up, up. There's our warrior. Sink down maybe a little further into that left knee. And excellent. Hands to the mat. Left foot, step it back, down dog. Push up onto your toes. Reach those heels for that mat. One more time, lift up onto those toes. Push those heels to the mat. And fantastic. Bring those knees to the mat. Release your toes. Sit it back into Balasana. And again, here, whatever you need to do to make this comfy, you might want to widen your knees a little bit. You might want to stack your hands on top of each other. And just come on down. There we go. We want to work to relax that spine. And excellent. Wherever you are, go ahead and come on up. We're going to just flip over onto your backs. Hang on to those knees, hang on to those thighs. Gently roll down onto those backs. And let's here maybe cross those ankles and make some easy little figure eights. Soften up your shoulders and just move those knees here from side to side. Maybe inhale to the right and exhale to the left. Lovely. Bring those knees to the center. Uncross those ankles. Let's go ahead and flop your arms out to the side, T position. We're going to drop both knees over to the right, giving it one more good spinal twist here. In fact, let's make this a revolved abdomen twist. So if you can, straighten out that left leg and reach that left foot into your right hand. Point that chest up to the sky. Breathe here. Release it. Roll back to the center. We'll try the other side. Both knees flop to the left. Settle into that position. You can always stay right here, or maybe you can straighten out that right leg for revolved abdomen twist. Breathe. And relax. Back we go to the center. Give it a little wiggle, a little side to side. And maybe you'd like to scoop your nose up towards those knees one more time. Hug it all up. Relax. That back. Good job. Wiggle it down. Let's go ahead and set one foot on the mat. Set the other foot on the mat. And then let's go ahead and slide your legs down and out along the floor. So let's just gently wiggle ourselves into a relaxed position. We're ready here for Yoga Nidra. So you stay right there. I'm gonna go ahead and come on up so that I can talk to you. So wherever you are on that mat, perfect opportunity to maybe put on some socks and some sweatshirts, maybe grab a pillow, Maybe grab a blankie, whatever's nearby, so you can just cuddle into that nice, quiet position for our remaining time together. This part of our yoga session is actually said to be the most difficult because it's the time when we want to work to quiet that mind and find a nice, relaxed position just to be in our own quiet space for a little while. And that's just such a difficult task because our minds are always very busy, they're always jetting around. So this is your time right here. So take this time for you. Relax on your mat, get comfy. I'm gonna go ahead and just walk you through all sections, all parts of that body. And then eventually, I'll bring you to a place of quiet. I'll leave you in that space for about 2 minutes. And then slowly, eventually, we'll all come back up to a seated position for a few moments of closure. So right here, get comfy, snuggle in, and let's begin. So here in your space, on your mat, with your eyes closed if that's cozy, bring your focus to your right leg, just the right leg. Be very aware of the right leg, everything between the toes and the hip, where that right leg connects to the floor, noticing all sections of that right leg. And then as you next exhale, let's just let that right leg go. Let it melt down into the mat where it is no longer your concern. We'll focus next on your left leg. Noticing everything between those left toes and that left hip joint. Check in with that left leg and just soften it. Exhale it, let it go. You can move upward into the core. Notice your tummy, your glutes, your hips, your sides. Soften those bits of the body and let them be. So that we can pull our attention up to the torso. Notice the shoulders, notice the chest, the back. Let those parts of the body relax. Checking in with both arms, right and left. Everything between your shoulders and all 10 of those fingers. Relaxing those arms and allowing them to melt down into the floor. And then carefully, let's maybe turn your head from side to side. Relax your neck. Soften up the features of the face. Easy through the eyes, the nose, the jaw. Go ahead and allow that tongue to float away from the roof of the mouth. Your entire body here should be quiet and gentle. So if you notice any bits of stress that still remain, let's just exhale them. Let them go. Let them evaporate. And then with that body nice and quiet, let's tune into the breath. Feel the chest rise. Feel the chest fall. And then from the breath, let's come inward to the mind. Find that gentle, soft, peaceful place. Find that space where you're always safe and warm, gentle, serene, and easy. Let's just hover in that space for a wee little bit. Relax here and enjoy a few moments of solitude. Slowly and carefully, let's bring your focus and awareness back here to the room and back into the breath. The breath has grown shallow, so let's work to deepen that breath a bit. Complete inhalation and a full exhalation. Inhale light and energy. And let's exhale everything that body doesn't need. Complete breath in. Full breath out. Slowly here, let's start to maybe wiggle those fingers and toes around a little, bringing a little energy back into that body. Slowly here, if you like, you can stretch out or maybe even roll over onto your side for just another moment. And then as you're ready, go ahead and press on up into a nice seated position. Go ahead and bring your hands to your lap or to your knees. We'll just close your eyes and come inward for a final moment of thinking about your own uplifting idea, thought, prayer, or just a moment of silence. Lokha Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Shanti means peace. Om Shanti to you. And thank you guys for spending your Saturday evening with me. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thanks so much, guys, again for tuning in. Much love to all of you, to all the Taylor Bend Y family. We are all counting down the days until we get to be together again. So go drink your water, go get some vitamin D tomorrow, and go wash your paws. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming. Hi guys, thanks again for yogaing with me this evening. I appreciate it. I'm Jennifer, this is Montag. We're both here to remind you to go wash your paws. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.